Hello, just a quick update on my Chiappa FAS 611 bench rest rifle. I did a video on it when I first got it, on the unboxing, and this is just an update to show what I've done to the rifle since. I've used it down the range a few times and I'm really so happy with this rifle. It's so accurate, much more accurate than me. I still haven't done a proper bench rest card with it yet. I've had a few problems with my knees, so I haven't actually done that much shooting lately, but I'm really keen to get and shoot a couple of bench rest cards with it. So anyway, just show you quickly what I've done. So the cheek riser, I've now added these sort of quick release thumb turn screws rather than having that, because it's got a little hex. Originally it had little hex bolts, so obviously you need an Allen key. These now you just thumb turn, so job done. I've added a biathlon lever. This lever is actually off of HW 100, and it just fitted straight on. It was a little bit loose when I first put it on, and I was thinking about adding a couple of shims, but actually once I've tightened up the little hex bolt, it doesn't really move, so I'm happy with it now. I've added a little scope level. Will that zoom in? Will that focus? No, it won't focus. But there is a little scope level there. Obviously, for bench rest, you don't want to be canting the rifle, so you can just have one eye on the level while you're shooting it. I've added a mod. This is actually just a cheap Reximex Silent Force mod, but it does keep the noise down to a reasonable level. I've got the Rowan single shot loader. It's actually an Air Arms S200 single shot loader, but if you ask Rowan to modify it for a Chiappa FAS 611, they modify it slightly so that it fits this rifle, and it works great. Originally I did use the Chiappa supplied single shot tray. You can't really see that here because the single shot loader from Rowan covers it up, but this bit, the back of the action, if you've got the original single shot tray in, there's actually, where the pellet probe goes in and out, there's quite a large hole, aperture around the pellet probe, and if you happen to be tilting the rifle up when you're loading the pellets in, the pellets can effectively fall backwards into the hole and they get stuck in this bit of the action. And the only way to get them out was to actually take the single shot tray out, which is again is two fiddly little hex bolts that hold it on. And if you've got the scope on, you need to take the scope off to do that, otherwise it's really fiddly. So by fitting the Rowan single shot tray with the little flip out section, it actually covers that hole, so the pellets now can't fall backwards into the action. So that's an improvement. I did worry slightly about the barrel being free floating. I've been assured by many bench rest shooters and target shooters that actually a floating barrel is fine, but I have just put a little O-ring on there just so that it keeps that gap away. It did move ever so slightly, but I assume when you're shooting it, it's not going to move. But I just for my own peace of mind, I have put a small O-ring just to maintain that gap so that the barrel can't sort of bend down and touch the cylinder. Not that I'm sure it wouldn't do. Something I've just added today is this bench rest plate at the front of the gun, so it gives you a nice flat surface. It's under I think the regulation 3 inches, so if you shoot in official competitions, it's not too big because there's size restrictions on them in official competitions. It just attaches by these two hex bolts. It's made by, now I can't remember the guy's name, I think it's RX6 Fighter on the Airgun forum. He makes them and sells them. They're made out of aluminium. Very nice. These are actually, he said they're unfinished just as they came out of his machine, but they're great. There's no burrs or sharp edges on it. That's actually really good. Obviously you can adjust it on this rifle. Although it's a Chiappa, it's got the same rail as Air Arms and Anschutz, so any Air Arms or Anschutz type fitting, whether you want a bipod adapter or a front plate, they will fit on that rail. So yeah, I've got a nice flat surface to mount the rifle on, and that's about it, I think. Apart from the scope, obviously I've added a scope, which is a 10 by 40 magnification. I only tend to shoot it on times 10. I think I've got it on at the moment. That focus? No, this camera's rubbish at focusing. I shoot it between 10 and 20. At the moment I've got it on times 10. Nice scope, recommended by the bench rest community as the sort of best starter scope. It's a Sentinel X, as I say, 10 by 40, and it's a 50mm objective at the front. And it sort of suits the rifle, I think. Bear in mind it is mainly a target, a bench rest rifle. So that's it. Those are the upgrades that I've made to the standard Chiappa FAS 611. And hopefully it might give me a couple of extra points when I eventually get round to shooting a bench rest card. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.